Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Today I'm going to do a video share. I was inspired by Sharon Kinsley. On 12/20/25, she posted a video, Junk Journal Pocket Tutorial, Vintage Magazines and Music Sheet Pages. She was inspired by Maria Crane, and she's not sure where Maria got this idea, so I just watched Sharon's video and I thought it was a pretty cute project, so I am going to share it. And I'll put the information of Sharon's information in the description. I could not find Maria Crane, so I'm not really sure. Okay, these are just here because I use these stamps in these projects. So this is the journal pocket. She used very large magazine pages and music sheets. They were very fragile, and she glued two pieces together to make this. This is the first one I made. It's just a pocket. I didn't put a closure on this one, and this is made out of oops. Okay. That's a craft latch. This is made out of, it's one of these construction contracts. I got a box of books from a church sale, and this was in between the books. They're not written on, and I thought I would recycle these because the paper is really almost like manila paper. It's really cool. So that's what I use to make. I got quite a few pages, so it's pretty big. Let's see if there's a date. 1970 these were published. So yeah, so there's that. So I turned it into this, and there's just two pockets here, and I just put little things that I made for the Give a Scrap. I made these, and I thought I would put it in there. I put a sticker here because there was writing there. I did stamp here with this stamp, and then the top of the stamp is here. Then the bottom of the stamp, I kind of missed the bird, but that's okay. And then this stamp here is this Ink-a-Dink-a-Doo stamp, which is really cool. It has like this film strip with bugs on it, and then a couple butterflies. It has a very large butterfly in writing, which I did on the front, but then I ended up covering it up, but it gave me a good background. This here, this frame is one that I made on the Give a Scrap Angela the Traveling Crafter for her birthday month. I made all of these, and well, not those, but these here, using my negative, die cut negatives. So it turned out really good. This one here, I ended up adding fabric to printed scrapbook paper, and then added my frame on the top of that. So I thought it would be cute to tuck in here. Can't remember how I had everything. I think this one was over here. I got a little butterfly. So it's kind of like a little miniature ephemera holder. You could do it for like a Happy Mail or something. It's really cute. She did a little tab here and did a closure. This here is a pocket here. You could also have a pocket here, but I didn't do that. This one's a pocket here, and I just repurposed a postcard that I got from Selena at Amore Fabrics. I got a whole stack of them. So I thought that was really cute to put in there, and the postcards fit in there perfectly. So there's that one. And then I went ahead and made a sewing themed one because I had a lot of stuff already stamped out. I had to do a little bit of framing on this one. This was stamped, and I just framed it out and put it on there. I used a little, I don't know what it's called. I think it was a curtain or a doily or something. I have no idea, but I loved it. Had a like an L shape. It was like an L shape. So I used that to cover the flap, and then the part that I cut off here from that, I just glued it on the outside there, and I like how that turned out. So that turned out really well. And for this one, I just used sewing pattern instruction sheet. These were from one of the live sales, Angela the Traveling Crafter. So I got a bag of vintage, sewing patterns. So I used the entire instructions and just folded it. I kind of folded it in like thirds. It was pretty brittle and cracking, so excuse me, it was a good thing that I did that. And then this one here, I used another postcard from Selena, and this had a Roadrunner on the front. So I covered it with some more of that doily or tablecloth or whatever it is, stitched around, and then put this vintage rickrack packaging on the front. So I use that. And then this pocket here, I use this trim, which I just recently got from Ollie's. Let's see. You get 15 yards of this. They had it, and it's $9, $9.99, so $10 for 15 yards. That was a great deal. I could have went buck wild, but I didn't. I controlled myself, so yeah. 15 yards is definitely enough. Not that I need any more lace, but I thought it was really cute. So I used that on there. I'm trying not to buy anything. For the closure, and this is what Sharon used, and I got that a little bit close. Any closer and it would be showing, but they stick really well. They're the Velcro. There are these here, and I got from my friend Angela, the Crafty Stasher. Excuse me, let me take a drink here. It was really cold today. We had to turn the heat back on. And now we're under frost advisory. So Angela, the Crafty Stasher, sent me a huge box of goodies. Trims, laces, handmade dyed paper, you name it. And she sent me this. This is from Oriental Trading, but she told me that the ones at Dollar Tree work just as well. So I don't think I'll ever have to buy these again. So I'm glad she sent those, because it's not something I normally buy. So I have those for life. Thank you, Angela. So I put that there, and I like it. And then all of these were out of my stash already made up. I have like a bin of goodies, and I'll show you. This is just a stamped die cut. This is a tag that I stamped, and then I die cut some writing paper and put that on the back so you could do some writing, and then I just put a piece of scrap from this at the top. This was from my stash. I have that stamp. I don't have the die to it, so you kind of have to fussy cut it out. Here's another die cut that's stamped. And this is a die that I have, and I just, it was from an old sewing pattern instruction and pattern paper. This is something that I stamped, and I framed it out. What I did was cut this out. I cut it a little bit bigger, and then I just used the frame. So now I have this for something else. I always have little bits like this hanging around that I could either stamp or make something. So there's that. And then I showed you the postcard. So I'll put these back in here, and then I'll show you how I did it, my take on it, but I will link Sharon's video so you can watch her. Really don't have measurements because it's kind of however, as you can see, I made that one a little bit bigger than this one. This one's a little bit smaller because the paper is smaller. She used very large magazine pages. So, and I use stamps. On this one, I am going to use digital paper to decorate. It just would be easier for me. I did use this oval punch for here for the thumb hole. I really like that. I like this. And I've got it marked center here, and I've got it marked center here. So I can just put it in there. So there's that. Okay, let's see. Here is my bin of everything sewing. Every time I find something, I really need a bigger bin because this is not working out. I barely could close it. So there's like half-finished projects in here, and anything sewing related, I've been trying to put them in a bin and have them all in one place, which really worked out great for making this. So I could just grab from here. I have stamped items. When I had my shop going, I made people die cut stamped items, and these are like leftovers or extras, or if I had an idea, like, I don't know. There's a lot going on there. So yeah, I have quite a few things in here. All the vintage rickrack labels, and there's some buttons and stuff like that that I want to use. So there is some sewing related digitals in there, and I would like to make one using those, and I'll probably show that on camera. Not today though. Okay, I'm surprised that closed. So here is this, and I'm trying to think how I did this. Basically just figure out the size of your pocket, and for this one I think I just did 1 inch, so I could use my ruler for that. And you know, like I said, I will link Sharon's video because she does a much better job than I do. So I'm just gonna fold this up. I think that's good enough. So that will be your pocket. And then what she did is folded this down to there, all the way down. So whatever you're using, that's not straight, but that's okay. Let me try to fix that. If you're using magazine pages or a music sheet, you know, the larger the better, because like this, I like the size of this. I think this turned out to be 5 3/4 wide, so this could go down on the page. You could just glue this down and then it could open up, which is cool. So I like the closure. I don't know what I want to do with this one. I probably could, see, I'm going to squirrel here. I probably could take some lace and when I glue it down on the page, put that there and have enough just to tie it like that so it's underneath. That would work out. So I like that. Okay. All right. Let me get my plastic mat. All right. So what I want to do is figure out, because this part here, this is where the flap is right here. This is the flap. So however wide you make this, and having the paper doubled up really gives it some stability. So I'm going to make it about like that. And then this is going to be my flap. So there you go. So then you're going to open this up and you're going to cut out this square here and this square here. And then that's going to be your little flap. So you will need to, I'm almost thinking I want to cover this part now because it's just harder to do it after the fact. So I'm going to use, this is Embroidered Wildflowers in Linen, and this is a digital by my daughter Heather at WoodlandSilver. I'll put the link in the description. So I kind of want to use this. I've already used this for something else. I did another project, so I'm thinking, what do I want to do there? I really like this blue right here. So I might put that there because that's already cut, or that little piece right there. So let me do that. Okay, so let me get rid of this plastic. So I learned from doing those to try to plan it out a little bit better. I think I'm just going to cut it. That way I know where I'm at. I'm not very good at cutting, so. And she did say to make sure to score it or burnish it. That way you get good lines. I'm not sure if I need to turn my overhead light on or not. Oh. So burnish it really good so you get those lines. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to cut this little corner off because this is going to be my flap. Oops. A little shaky hand. Okay. And I don't think this is straight, but I can fix it. So this is going to go in, and then this is going to go here. Yeah, I don't think that's crooked as all get out. Okay, let me see if I can fix this now. I love the texture of this paper. And then I did round the edges, but I'll wait until after I glue this on. So I'm going to glue this on now and get that ready. Just going to use my glue stick, and I found this little tray that fits all of my glues and stuff that I use while I'm filming, and it keeps me from grabbing here, grabbing there, and grabbing everywhere. It's just to the right of me and I can grab it and put it back. So I'm going to use glue stick. I'm just going to glue this. I want to make sure I don't get glue here. Okay, and I'm going to put this kind of want this like this. Sorry, I'm trying to get my fingers to work. All right, let me just do that and then I'm going to cut it. Okay, that worked out pretty good. We're just eyeballing. All right, let me cut this here. Then cut down here. Okay. Okay. And I gotta cut this. Now, if I didn't get close enough with the glue, I can always sneak some Barely Art glue in there. I'm really loving that. I just got a newbie. So see, that still looks crooked to me. That's going to be my flap. I need to cut a little bit more. And again, it's nighttime, so it's hard for me to see. Okay. Maybe that's why it's better to glue it beforehand. Okay, so that's going to be my flap right there. Okay, and then it's a little bit crooked here. Just going to take a little bit off. And then around the corners. And I'm using the large, I can't see what it is. Okay, it's larger. And if it doesn't get it all the way, flip it around and do the other side. Sometimes it leaves a little divot. I don't know why it does that. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so there's that. Make sure I can still, just going to trim a little bit of this right here. So it's, okay, so that's going to be there. So then I'm going to do my little thumb hole notch, and I want it to only go up to here in the center, so I'm gonna, let me do a mark and then I can erase it. So my, yeah, it's barely gonna fit in there. So I'm just gonna get that in there. Right there. I should have put another piece of paper behind it, but I got it. It's a pretty old one. I got it secondhand, but you can always trim up with scissors, and then I like to go in and trim this out right here. Just make it rounded. There we go. There, so there's no sharp edges. Okay, let me see if I turn my light on what it's going to be like. It might be better. It's bright. Shut my mini blinds. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I like that. So now I want to do something with this and decorate this. and this. You're not going to see the back side of this. That'll be glued down unless you're going to put it in a pocket. So this is just my take on it. So I gotta figure out, what do I want here on the front? I really like this. Nope. Let's see what I got here. They're so pretty. I think I might go with that. Let me do this part here first. Yeah, I'm going to do that part first. I'm just going to put this in here and put glue on here. Hopefully this is not a train wreck and you understand. I'm terrible at sharing other people's stuff. But this paper is really good. I was going to toss them, but I was like, nah, I'll use them for something, and I need to use them up. I got too much stuff. All right, I'm not sure if I got good coverage, but okay. Okay. I got everything falling, and I don't know where my baby wipes are. Okay. So I'm going to put something on here, and I think I'm going to go all the way like this. That's what I like about the glue stick. So I have a little bit of movement there. And you're still going to see a little bit of the writing, but that's okay. So let me trim this without cutting my pocket. Okay, that's cute. So now I need to put something here. Let's see. Do I want greenery? I kind of like that right there. Let me put that right there. Make sure that this is down pretty good, and it is. I still got to glue this yet, but I want to finish here. All right, let me glue this here. Okay, just going to glue this and put that right there. I think I got pretty good coverage. Okay, I'm just gonna go over a little bit because I've got a edge here that's not printed from the printer. So I'm going to go down just a little bit and then just give it a trim. I'm just going to trim this straight across. Get that off there. There's that. Then I'll have to round the corners again. Okay. See that a little bit right there. Okay. That'll make that nice and strong. So that'll go like that. And I don't know if I'm going to put a closure on this or not. I guess I could. All right, let me do the inside. So something here, I almost feel like I want to stamp this. Let me see what else is in here. That's cute. I kind of want to have a variation and not all flowers everywhere. Okay, this would be cool for like the inside here, on here. Okay, so let me trim this real quick. Just going to trim that edge off a little bit more than I wanted, but and then I'll trim this edge off. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so this is going to be glued here on here. And that up. Okay, so let me glue that and then see what I want. So I'm just gluing here. I wished I would have waited for the thumb notch, but I can still do that. All right, so my trimmer is needs a new blade. All right, so I'm going to glue that right there. So let's do that. Okay. My magazine was not cooperating. Okay, this one will. So I just want to, okay, that's pretty good. Just want to make sure I have pretty good coverage because I'm going to glue just this. Okay, hopefully I'm in frame. Okay. So see, as you do, you could mass make these and just get a plan out. So I'll have to cut my thumb notch again. My glue is kind of a little tacky today. I probably could have used the Barely Art glue. That would have been a lot quicker. Alright, so basically, let's get this. Hopefully this is making sense, but I'm going to link Sharon's video. She's done a better job on her video. Alright, try to get that to the bottom. You're not going to see it all the way to the bottom, but and then give it a trim just like the other. Okay, so let me get this off first. Okay. And then this right here is going to be tricky getting in there. Okay. And I think I will put a piece of paper in there to do that thumb notch so it's a little bit stronger. So I'll have to do it like this. Try to get that again in the same spot. There we go. Good enough. Okay. So there's that. So now I just need to figure out what's going to go here. And then this needs to be glued down. So what do I want to do? Just trying to think. So I'm going to glue here and here, and then all of this. This is going to be a pocket. So let's see. What do I want? I just want a little, because it's going to go down here. And I just do a little thing of flowers. It's not quite long enough. I would want it to be long enough, unless I stopped and started like right here at this crease. It would be cool if I had little flower pieces cut out to put there. Let's just see what I have. It's been a while since I printed this out. That's cool. Like this would be, I have two of those. Do I have two of those? Pockets. If I have two of these, that would fit, because it only has to fit like right there. Just trying to think. What do I want to put there? I think I'm going to leave it. Yeah, because I've got a lot of cool things, and I can add it later. I don't want to I don't have time to fussy cut out, but I could. It would be cool to put something here like die cuts or something. So let me do that, because I can just glue this and add it later. So it's a little rough to see here. Okay, let me glue this and I'll show you where to glue it. Just make sure I have my plastic mat. And I'm going to use the Barely Art glue. And I'm really loving it. Good tip is to, if you haven't used it in a while, squeeze it a little bit and just try to, with a cloth or a wipe or something, pull that away from instead of shoving it back in, and then clean your needle. Okay, so I'm going to glue here from top to bottom in this center. Then across here, and this whole square right here. Can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, and then I'll glue the other part in a minute. The little pocket thing, flip up. So it's easier if you make a whole bunch at once. And so that's gluing down there. So this whole piece here is glued, this whole section. This is just glued here and here, and then this is going to be a pocket. This is going to fold up, and I'm going to glue right here in the center, and then right here on the edge here, and then the edge here. But you can make it your own. Okay, so there's that there. So I will decorate these here later on. Where am I at? What time? Oh, 42 minutes. Holy crow. Okay. So there's that. And then put a tag or something in here. Where did I have those? So this is a pocket here, and then a pocket here, and then it's cute. I think I will do the same with the ribbon, put the ribbon on the back side, and so this would be glued down ribbon, and then you can just untie it and see everything. So these were from Selena. I got a lot of postcards, stamps. That's Christmas. So see, something like this, if you don't like what's on the front, you can cover it like I did this one. You know, that had a Roadrunner on the front, but it still has the cool postcard on the back that you can read. So it's pretty cool. So you can cover this. That one's a little bit big. So let's see. That's cute. Just looking for one that might work. These are really vintage. So this one here, like it, it's got elk. No writing. But this I could cut it down. I'm looking for a smaller one, or I could just make a tag to put in there, but I thought I would just use these up. There's a donkey. I could use that one and just cut it down. I don't think that one's going to fit. Yeah, it's a little big. I got lucky on that one. I had a small postcard. I did trim it just a little bit. So this one's got writing on there. I could cover this. It's got Thanksgiving on it. This one's Christmas. There's a, wow, there's a lot of writing on that one. 1967. So I could cut that down. Oh, here's some gold bond stamps I got from her. Here is a recipe card. That's pretty. I could use that one and just put something pretty on the other side. I think I will. Let's see what else I got. These are all amazing. That's really cute. Wish that fit in there. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I looked through these. So if you have postcards but you don't like what's on the front, just glue something on there and use it. Just use it. You know? It's cute. That's really cute. These are really cute. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that one there because it has flowers on it. And then I can just glue something to the bag. Okay, those are from Selena. I try to put a name in there when I get something, where I got it from. So that's going to go in there. And yeah, it goes in pretty good. I'll put something on here, like maybe a label or something. Put this back in here. I like the Velcro. Worked out really well. I don't know if Velcro would be good on here or not. Probably right there, but you would see it unless I put it right in the middle of the flower. Let's see how that would look. It would be right on the flower. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Alright, I'm at almost an hour, so I think I will finish this up off camera because I got a lot of pieces that I can cut out and tuck in here. And I think I want to die cut some flowers. And I have butterflies. I think I have smaller butterflies. This is one that I made on the Give a Scrap. That one there is a little bit big. Got a little bird. That's cute. So I have some butterflies here too. I think I have smaller butterflies that would, well, those would be okay. Something like that I had. Those. See if I have a color that would go good. I like that one. I think I'm going to go with that one. So that'll be good. And then cut these out and figure out what I'm going to put on here for that. So I like that. That goes well with that. Could do butterfly little tab. She made, Sharon made a little tab here and put her thing on there. That would be cool right there if I doubled it up. I think I want it on the inside. And then cut these labels out and tuck them in there. But I think I want to back these to cardstock and then cut them out. So there you have it. All right. That is my share for today. On the notes. So Sharon Kinsley on 12/20/25, but I'll try to link her video, junk journal pocket tutorial, vintage magazines and music sheet pages. She was inspired by Maria Crane. If anyone else has seen this or done this and wants to do a comment below, that's fine, because we all like to give credit where credit is due. Okay, take care. Bye.